that T-hanger study, we came up with a discovery of this yellow line is where the airport property used to be. And this parcel here, which is over there, the bigger parcel, which is on the other side of the runway, going up Civil Air Patrol Road by that white building and down around the police station here. And Benning Street area is the area that was airport property that the FAA hasn't given their blessing to remove from the airport. So what we're doing is a study to see how to fix that. Most of it's real simple, just a deed from maybe the city to the airport would probably fix it. But we don't know what the balance is of value of land taken, money the airport owes, that kind of thing. That's what we're working on, is to figure out with these properties. The difference is the industrial park that's over there, that was given FAA permission, gave that permission to remove, and the airports received the funding from that. The other project that we're doing is this. This is a picture looking straight down the runway. We'll go out there in a couple minutes. There's the runway. There's a steep hill that slopes up that way. And right here you see, if you look out there, you can see them. They look like telephone poles. Every other telephone pole has a solid red light. There are about 38 of them that go down that way. The project is to move that tree line 300 feet that way, which is this to here. Remove the 38 obstruction lights that are here and replace them with 2 hazard beacons. Those are the things you see on the top of these hills with the red light. Once that's done, we take the fence that is here and move it 300 feet down next to the new tree line.
Has there been a problem?
It's been, the trees are all on airport property, and there's a bit of a buffer between where we're clearing the trees and Poverty Lane more as you come down this way. But yeah, it was contentious with people. It was about 34 acres of trees.
How, in what way were the existing trees a problem?
Oh,
why did you want to?
got it. Because the FAA, as it is with National Fire Protection Association for the fire, police standards for the police, FAA is a federal government agency that sets standards for airports all across the country. And it's super important that every airport follows the same standards. So a pilot that leaves here, lands in Manchester, Concord, St. Louis, they all are set up the same way. So there's a standard which says you look down the runway, it's supposed to, looking down this way, it's supposed to be flat. Then you have this surface that comes up to the side. And there, the ground is an obstruction. You have 80-foot poles on top of the ground, and you have 100-foot trees. So now the trees are taller than the obstruction lights that they're supposed to illuminate or show.
So is this one of the proposed safety changes that the FAA asked the city of London to fix?
Yes. A number of years ago, we did a study which showed all of the obstructions all around the airport. And if you just look to the south, you can kind of see where they are, but now we have it documented. And so and we can't, I mean, we have obstructions in Vermont, Plainfield up on the hills there. It's not reasonable to go nuts with a chainsaw all over the place, but at least on the property that we own, and at least property that's right next to the runway, we really need to take care of that. We've already done the permitting for that job. Again, this is the way the mitigation works with airport projects. 2 parts of mitigation. One is a 34-acre parcel off Etna Road. We're giving Upper Valley Land Trust money to buy that. We're giving them money to assess it. We're giving them money to manage it in perpetuity as a conservation parcel. That wasn't quite enough, so the other part that we did is $130,000 into the Aquatic Resource Management Fund. We tried to keep it in Lebanon, but we had to continue with the permit. That's a fund, it's a pot of money. Everybody in the watershed, which is other towns, can get at that money if they come up with a good project. Those projects were, again, 90% FAA, 5% state, and 5% the city. We have some stormwater improvements down there. We had the awful storm on July 2013. In the ditch down there, you can see that downstream from the police station. You can see that from the interstate. What you don't see unless you come up here is the road down there got washed out, the parking lot buckled. We had 8 inches of water out on the taxiways. And right on the edges of the steep slopes here, I'll show you right here. These are areas off this corner of the runway, that corner of the runway, and then farther down. You really can't see it from the highway because of the trees, but basically the ground washed down. We've put it out to bid. FEMA is helping us with the funding on that, and we're going to be doing that work this summer.